how do you feel like what's your general feeling about what's gone on today? Because I certainly have my thoughts and
Oof.
my opinions, like a general mood. And let me just know, like, how do you generally feel about what's unfolding and how it's gone?
I have a mix of feelings. So, if you guys saw my stream that I did last night, I talked about the fact that Jacob Blake's shooters, the police officers that shot Jacob Blake, didn't get charged. And I guess I can say this. Look, I was a little disappointed that people weren't more mad about that. And then when I woke up this morning, I saw right wingers getting mad about something they really shouldn't be mad at. I mean, it's something that's. And, let's be honest. Like, come on. Like, there's no voter fraud. We all know what's up. This is ridiculous. This is Trump's petulance, and it's fucking destroying our country. So I think it's terrible what's happening, but at the same time, I feel a little bit vindicated because I've been saying this is gonna fucking happen. And look, I'm not claiming to be some fucking genius, brilliant motherfucker that like has had their finger on the pulse this whole fucking time. But like, look, this is something a lot of us have been saying. Like, Trump is a fascist. Trump is dangerous. Trump is gonna do some shit that's like fucked up. And yeah, like he incited a bunch of people to go storm the fucking Capitol building. And it's fucked up. So yeah, I don't know. I've had a mix of emotions today. Earlier, I'll be honest. This morning, I was pretty fucking salty. I was even I was even getting in probably arguments I shouldn't have in the Discord server. But like the fact is, like, it's really hard to not have like a mix of emotions when shit like this goes down, because it's like,
Th- This is an upsetting situation for you in some ways.
well,
I don't really.
that's what it was. But then, okay, I should also like go further and say, so like I was initially like I was annoyed. I was like fuck this shit, this bullshit, fuck Trump, fuck these bullshit fucking assholes, thing, and then fuck the people who were like downplaying. And I saw a lot of people online downplaying and being like, oh well, they're just exercising their freedom, and oh well, Antifa's just as bad. And that was the shit that was making me really mad. That's what I should clarify. But so yeah, like I feel a little bit vindicated because, again, also because, like, yeah, like I said this is gonna happen, and dipshits like fucking Crystal Ball were out there being like, I was promised a coup. Where's the coup? I don't see it. Meanwhile, Trump has been fucking orchestrating a coup right under our fucking noses, in plain sight, I should say. Like, this has not been done in secret. Trump has been very openly antagonistic to the election process, and it fucking like it's like I said, like a lot of people were fucking playing defense for Trump, I feel, on this. And it
Here's the
happened.
thing, though.
It
Like
happened,
that's kind of, I mean, in the political state that we're in, okay, that's like kind of an inevitability at this point. So that, I mean, it bothers me in the grand scheme of things, but it doesn't really bother me in this case just because it is exactly what I expected. Like, obviously they're going to do that because they've, not only has he groomed them to basically not take any fucking loss.
Yep.
So they're not going to take any loss. And the GOP, this is just what they're going to do going forward. And I mean, like, sure, the Democrats do it too in some regard, but the GOP is going to be the worst by far at not being able to take a fucking loss because Trump just can't take a loss himself, and people are going to follow his lead. So this is going to be how it's going to be going forward. But I don't feel anything about this, but like, I mean, it's over. Like, it's over. So
well,
the GOP's like stranglehold that they had on this country is over for now, and we'll
that
see what happens when the Democrats have their full reign. I'm going to be skeptical as ever, but like, as for the Trump thing, if for the people who really don't like Trump and his regime and what that was all about, I mean, it's over. So there's nothing to really be
sure.
upset about
Well,
for them.
look, I will say, to speak to what Mick Hitler said in the chat here, to be fair, the precedent this sets is abysmal. Yeah, that is true. Like, look, and for a number of there's a number of reasons why optically this isn't a great situation. First of all, yeah, this sets a bad precedent. We don't need more of this type of shit. We don't need violence on the Capitol building. And that's the thing. I really hope to God, like, I really fucking hope that, because look, I've heard a lot of people say, look, well, now that we have the majority And this was like said last night by a few people, and they're like, yeah, now that we have the majority, we can actually do some shit. Now we can hold the Democrats to account. Imagine now if like a bunch of lefties decide we're going to show up at the Capitol building, we're not going to storm it, we're going to just peacefully protest outside. But now we got to be pretty damn fucking careful for a number of reasons, because now either definitely the fucking police and shit are going to be on edge and waiting for something to break out, and we know that there are right-wing agitators who go to Antifa and BLM protests and incite violence and act as if it's the work of these lefty movements just to stir up more fucking controversy. And so I'm worried about that happening now, because now, like, we can't even, I honestly say, like, lefties, guys, we need to stay away from the Capitol building. If we want to protest, we got to find other places to protest, and we need to do shit like way more organized than these people. We have to show that we are better than them, because I am for protesting and public demonstrations. I think they can be very effective, and I think that we need to continue doing it, especially
I mean, either way, they're gonna like, it's gonna be straw man by the right.
No,
it's the
sure.
same thing.
I just think that this doesn't help. You know, it not in any substantial way, but it doesn't help, because now that a lot. Also, I've seen people being like, "Oh, see, like both sides are just the same. Both sides are just as crazy." And it's like, what? No fucking BLM.
Oh man, who would say that?
No BLM or Antifa protesters were doing that. Like, what are you talking about? This is a fucking, we, like, for the most part, our protests were in the streets, very organized, very peaceful. Okay, these protests, these people came to incite violence. These people, a lot of them had weapons. A lot of them there were like pipe bombs and shit found. People were fucking, they brought battering rams to fucking break down the doors of the fucking Capitol building. By the way, you want to know who, or Congress or whatever, you want to know who brought battering rams to the lefty protests? Cops. And, you know, all of their fucking strong arm tactics. So, like, also, another thing that made me kind of sad to see was, like, watching, and we'll get into this in a minute because I did pull a bunch of clips, but, like, watching the cops, like, treat these rioters, literal rioters, with kid gloves, when you know that if this was fucking Antifa or BLM, they'd be dead. They'd be, if I wholeheartedly believe if you and me and a bunch of fucking lefties were to go fucking storm Congress and break down the fucking doors of the Capitol building, we'd be dead.
I'll tell you one thing I'll tell you one thing I'm very, very fucking skeptical of, and it's that anything is actually going to be like, even though when I say it's over, when I say like the whole Trump era is over, it's over for now. But I mean, after these 4 years, it's going to be thrown into question again. Like, someone will inevitably try to come up and be the next fucking
Sure,
Trump.
But Trump himself is never coming back. Anyone who thinks that Trump is coming back from this is delusional. Okay,
I don't think that he'll come back. I think but I think that someone will. I think he'll like try and like christen someone who will have their own base and popularity, and like try and like invigorate that person. That could be a serious threat, whoever that person ends up being. But here's the thing. I don't know what's going to get done during this time period, because this is not the first time with Joe Biden and the administration that the Democrats have controlled every single seat of the government, or will. It's not happened yet, but it will be very soon. It's not the first time that that's happened, and it was completely fucking squandered. So, I mean, I don't know. We do live in a different time, but at the same time, history has shown that it probably won't be like that. There probably won't be much change. Maybe there'll be some immediate change because of just the pandemic that we're going through. So maybe we will see more than we otherwise would have. But I feel like after like the first 100 days, it's going to be a pretty normal fucking not out of the ordinary presidency. I do think that there will be some interesting things during the first 100 days, though. I'll say that. But otherwise, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, because like I said, we do have the Senate, we have the House, and apparently we have a Republican in the chat. Nice. Okay, and we have the presidency. For the first time, we have all three. Well, not for the first time. For the first time in a while, we got all three. Obama did have all three at one point too. But here's the thing, like, with the way tensions are up now, and the way, you know, we got people that are out there that want to fight for this movement, want to fight to push for the working class, for fucking rights for people, for fucking healthcare and education and a minimum wage and all of that shit. the more this is boiling over. See, this is why I was for bully Biden, because now is the time. Now is the time, or once power is fully transitioned, now will be the time to finally start bullying Biden, start pushing Biden to the left, start holding the Democrats accountable to the people that voted for them. Because look, again, a lot of the shit that Jimmy Dore said, a lot of his rhetoric, I didn't completely disagree with it, but like, the lack of strategy and all that shit, like, oh yeah, no, this is the time. Now we have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. There's no excuse, and we can make that point. We can make that point to the people and say there is no fucking excuse. There is none. And you can make that argument to people now. You can say, hey, how come? For example, let's say the public option that we know that the Democrats are claim they're for, if it doesn't happen, or if Biden vetoes it, which he said he might. Same with if Biden vetoes the minimum wage, we fucking take to the streets peacefully and say, no, look, like this is ridiculous. They have. The whole fucking government is under Democrat control. Why the fuck are they not doing what the people want? Oh my God, Trump supporters are mentally ill. Whatever, I'm not engaging. No, but by the way, Mick Hitler in the chat has been for someone with that name, you've been extremely base tonight. And I know I have my disagreements with you, but no, it's true. Like, property damage and isolated instances of attacking are not equivalent to storming our Capitol building, putting our fucking democracy in jeopardy because you people can't fucking accept the fact that your idiot fucking petulant child of a president lost fairly. And it's done. It's over. Even if you think he lost unfairly, like, do you really think like that did that help Democrats after Gore lost? Did that help to fucking like to just be like we won? Yeah, I didn't see Gore end up in office ever. Okay, because it's like crying like a bunch of fucking whiny fucking crybabies that your candidate should have won doesn't have any fucking effect. It just makes you look fucking dumber. It makes you look like a bunch of fucking sore losers that can't handle the fact that you suck, you lost. And Trump has turned losing into an art. Like, I swear to God, like, I've never seen someone lose like so hard and so consistently, like over and over, like holy fucking shit.
All right, let's get into some of the content.
Yeah, did this bitch in the chat just call me a Karen? Okay. Wait. Okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Wait, have I not? I've addressed this on the show. I am a woman. My pronouns are she, her, and yes, I transitioned like right before our break.
Yeah, I guess some people might not know, or I guess they might be a dick, but either one of those. Yeah. Now you know. Now you know.
It okay, yeah, I guess we can start with the content. I get ranty, dude. I've been wanting to rant about this shit all day.
It's all right. Like, there's a lot to say about all this shit. It's just like, to me, I'm just getting in the type of perspective where it's like I want to just observe what's going on. I want to give commentary here and there on some of these ideas, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a very calm mind right now compared to a lot of people. I'm just like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by anything that's unfolded.
I'm not surprised either.
Within the past few months, I've just mentally prepared for it. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look. I guess we'll start. I guess we'll start with Let me play this. Yes. Okay. We'll start with the speech that Trump gave this morning.
Okay.
Because the shit that he said during that speech kind of is what incited this shit. So let's take a look.
All of us here today.
So yeah, the Washington Post here has kind of like gone through and fact checked the various claims made by Trump in this. So you can see it there at the bottom. Okay. Whoa. No. fucking hate. Okay. There we go. Oh, wait, you can't hear it. Fuck, I gotta share it with you. God damn it. Okay. I know that I know y'all in the chat can hear it. I got Annie's got to be able to hear it, otherwise this doesn't work. The whole fucking premise of the show falls apart if Annie can't hear it. Okay.
Oh God, look at his face. Look at that. You're seeing this, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
You see the thumbnail? Like, okay, I want to point something out. For the longest time, if you looked up Trump sad on Google Images, because I would just, I look up shit on Google Images all the time because I need to look for pictures of people that are interesting and appealing for thumbnails and shit like that. But when you when you look at fucking Trump sad, you couldn't find a picture of him actually sad until like the past 2 months.
Yeah.
Now there's actually sad pictures of Trump. I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he won. Why would he be sad? Well, maybe well, I guess he's sad because the Democrats
He's sad because he got cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Democrats stole the election from him, and that makes him a very sad boy. Oh my God. Yeah, feel free to time out people or whatever who unironically use fucking helicopter memes in the chat. Like that. At least get a fucking new joke if you're gonna like, ooh, I identify as a kangaroo. Okay. Real.
What's up, Tim? What's up? I want to greet one of our new viewers. What's up, Tim Tam? Welcome aboard.
Yeah. Welcome. Hells yeah.
Yeah. Hello there, General Kenobi. All right, let's dive into this fucking Trump shit.
Okay, let's do it.
All of us here today do not want to see our election victory stolen by emboldened radical left Democrats, which is what they're doing, and stolen by the fake news media. That's what they've done and what they're doing. We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft involved. Today,
And people are saying this isn't like, supporting what's going on right now.
No,
like, really?
Not at all, dude. Not at all.
Oh, this is just about something completely different, right?
Yeah, no.
Like, this is about the war in Afghanistan, I assume.
Yeah. He doesn't. We're tired of the war in Afghanistan. We gotta end it.
Man, that's stunning and brave. How can people look at this speech and see it as something it's not? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
imagine
dude.
being that fucking stupid. You know what I'm talking about? Like, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I will lay out just some of the evidence proving that we won this election, and we won it by a landslide. This was not...
You mean the evidence that's been debunked constantly, like, over and over and over, and you just keep brandishing it like it's some fucking trump card, some literal trump card. Hey, I guess it is a trump card. That shows the effectiveness of your fucking name. It's worthless. That's your fucking trump card, is worthless fucking evidence of a fraud that didn't fucking happen. You're like... All the talking points of, oh my God, these votes came in late, guys. These votes came in late, and then like, and so it must have been like you fucking told your voters not to vote mail in. Like you're responsible for this all the way down, dude. Like, it's so fucking pathetic. Like he won't let this go. Like he still uses the same bullshit talking point like constantly. And it's never been proven. He has no evidence. There's none.
Not a close election. You know, I say sometimes jokingly, but...
Yeah, I love how it has down there, false. Biden won the popular vote and the Electoral College vote. True.
There's no joke
But here's the thing.
about it.
For a lot of people, and this is the problem, the only authority whose opinion they really care about is his. They'll believe anything he has to say. It doesn't matter what he says. And that goes for, I mean, that's kind of something unique about him when it comes to politics, at least for right now. I don't know. Maybe it'll change in the next few years. I'm sure we'll have another person like him, inevitably. But
we need to keep cult leaders out of public office. That's the lesson here, dude. Trump, the way he talks, the way he like garners his audience, he acts like a total fucking cult leader. And
well, the problem is that's really an easy way to get a fucking political following.
Oh yeah, true. That's why there's a lot of fucking dangerous people out there that I don't want to run for president, and that's why I like the fact I'm happy about the fact that honestly, dude, Trump is ruining the Republican Party's chance of ever fucking being successful again. He really is. And if he splits he's kind of splitting the party, and people are talking about forming a new party. If this new party actually, if it even gets like 5% of the Republican vote, they're done. The Republicans will never win again.
Well, here's the thing too. I think even more important than that, though, is the fact that like there's clearly this rift being formed between like Trump right now and Mike Pence, because Mike Pence is okay. I mean, I'm sure you've heard the common misconception out there that a lot of people believe that Mike Pence can just step in and stop what's going on with the Senate right now. It's more of a ceremonial thing. He can't actually do it. Like in theory he could, but in practice he can't actually do it. It's kind of like how the Queen is the Queen of England, but she has power in theory, a lot of power, but she doesn't actually exercise any of it because she really can't. Because that's just not how things work. It's all ceremonial, right? I think that's a pretty apt fucking comparison, at least. I don't know. It's really weird. It's just that I feel like there's a lot of things like that, and like, to be honest, like I don't think it ever got this fucking bad. But back in 2016, when Bernie lost, you remember all the "here's how Bernie can still win" theories, right? A lot of those were jokes. But a lot of them were real, and a lot of people actually were like, no, Bernie still has all these chances.
I'll admit, I was Bernie coping for a couple days until I realized it was dumb. But
you didn't do it for like 3 months though, right?
No,
So exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I did have a week of like borderline Trump apologia where I was like, you know what? Fuck these Democrats. They fucked over Bernie. They fucked over the people. They fucked us for the last time. You know what? I almost want to say, let's just vote Democrat, guys. Let's vote Democrat.
Let's vote
sorry,
Democrat.
Republican. Sorry, let's vote Republican,
Freudian
guys.
Slip.
Yeah,
that was a Freudian slip if I ever heard one. Before.
I almost had to compromise my morals almost as much to push the Democrats. Not really, because it's still preferable.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're fucking saying.
It's overall preferable, but I almost had to have maybe Trump isn't so bad because. Hey, I actually thought, do you remember I made a video being like, oh, well, maybe Trump might actually take up Medicare for all and Bernie's other positions because, he realizes that the fucking Republicans fucked over that the Dems fucked over Bernie, and he was posturing almost sympathetic to Bernie supporters. And yeah, that was like high levels of delusion there. But I saw people like literally like jump over like full on from like being in the Bernie camp to being in the Trump camp, and that was a little disconcerting because I was like not even fully serious about it, and I was just kind of like I was open about the fact that I was just mad, but like holy shit. By the way, yes, that goth nerd, we got your Streamlabs. Thank you for the $10. I don't know if you sent a message, but I don't see one here, so
I don't see a message here, but thank you very much for the donation. Thanks for the 10 buckaroos. I appreciate that. Yeah. All right. The good old fucking Trumpster. This either way, this was going to be an interesting night to talk about, but I feel like we got the outcome that was least likely. Honestly, because when I went into this, like most things, I came into here as a jaded individual. I also thought it made more sense for like. Even though I thought Georgia, it was kind of a surprise that they ended up voting for Biden.
Yeah,
I still didn't think they were actually going to like down ballot, like Senate candidates. That was actually surprising to me.
That was one of my biggest concerns, by the way, with people saying don't vote Biden, don't vote for Biden, fuck Biden. I was like, what? Most of those people, when they hear, don't bother voting, they're not going to go to the polls to just vote down ballot. Most people are just going to stay home because most people don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Most people just view the only fucking election that matters as the presidential one, and it's not. There's a whole bunch of other seats that we need to fill.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Most people won't even do what I did, and if they fucking really hate the presidential election that much, they're like, okay, I'll vote for I'll try to vote for a third party for president, and down ballot I'll vote for a fucking mainstream party. That's the thing. Like, I really don't understand. Like, people aren't even willing to do that shit. So what makes people think that, you know?
They could have even gone.
I don't know.
They could have even gone and just wrote in Bernie. I would like. I still think that would have been a waste of a vote. But like going and like writing in Bernie at least would have like, because at least then you would have been voting and you would have been voting down ballot too. And
Exactly.
yeah, like. And at least that would
make at least some little bit of fucking change, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because that's the real change you can make, is the down ballot vote. That's where more of the power is invested, especially in the power that's going to change your fucking life.
Actually, too, like if a lot of these non-voters that were Bernie stands that decided not to vote after Bernie dropped out had gone and just wrote in Bernie Sanders, like imagine like a significant little chunk of write-in votes for Bernie Sanders. Imagine what that would say. Like maybe Bernie could get a little more leverage from that from Biden and say, hey, look at this. Look at all the people that wrote in my name. Look at all the people that want my policies, even though I'm not the Democratic nominee. I think you need to make some more concessions to me.
What are you talking about, Bernie? Those are just people who almost made me lose to fucking Trump. You know that's what those two fucking old geezers would have a conversation about. Oh my god.
It's true. Okay, let's listen to more of this.
I've been in 2 elections. I won them both, and the second one I won much bigger than the first. Okay?
He won it bigly, yo. He won it so bigly. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, how does anyone take this man seriously? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I won bigger than the last time. Like, it would have been one thing if he's just like, okay, yeah, I won like by a very close margin, but you know, it's too close to call. He's not even saying it's too close to call. He's saying, no, I won by a significant margin, and there's like a giant amount of fraudulent votes, and it's like, so ridiculous.
And by the way, does anybody believe that Joe had 80 million votes? Does anybody believe that?
Yeah, because you're just that bad. That's the thing about it. It's just because you're just that bad, I guess.
Yeah, but this is nonsense. More than 80 million Americans, not computers, voted for Biden. True.
It's a disgrace. There's never
Where's the
been
simp
anything
button?
like
That's called the
You can take
Patreon, I
third
guess.
world
Yeah.
The simp
countries.
button.
Just take a look. Take third world countries. Their elections are more honest than what we've been going through in this country. And I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so. I hope so.
I hope so too. No.
Oh my god.
I hope Mike does the right thing too. I hope Mike Pence goes right now and invokes the 25th fucking amendment and throws this motherfucker off his ass. This motherfucker is not fit to remain president.
Here's the fucking crazy thing about this. This is absolutely fucking absurd. It's like, you actually got me to feel kind of fucking bad for Mike Pence. Like, don't put all this on this dude.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, what? You want him to, like, cost his political career? Like, literally? Like, are you kidding me?
To be fair, I don't give one fucking shit about Mike Pence's political career. The dude wants to, like...
Here's the thing. But here's the thing. Okay, I'm just saying, like, this makes a point, because this was Trump's wingman for the longest time, and he's throwing him under the bus right here. Yeah. Am I wrong? Like...
Well, because I guess the way Trump sees it, Mike is throwing him under the bus by not doing what he believes will save him the presidency, even though it won't. So yeah. Okay, yes, Rose Black sent in $5 and said, the cop motto, if they black, beat 'em back. If they MAGA red, let 'em go on ahead. Yeah, pretty much. We'll look at some evidence of that in a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for the donation. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All he has to do...
Yeah, it says right there, Pence says he does not have unilateral authority to determine which electoral votes should or should not be counted. I don't know why it says Pence says he does not. The fact is he doesn't. He doesn't. He does not have that power. Like...
This is from the #1, or certainly one of the top constitutional lawyers in our country. He has the absolute right to do it.
You mean bullshit artists?
Protect our country, support our country, support our Constitution, and protect
You mean you, right?
States.
Yeah, we are supporting the Constitution, okay? The Constitution says Biden won, bitch. I'm sorry. You're the one going against the fucking law and the Constitution. Okay? You and your alternative facts.
Want to revote. The states got defrauded. They were given false information. They voted on it. Now they want to recertify. They want it back. All Vice President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify. But this year, using the pretext of the China virus and the scam of mail-in ballots,
Oh my God.
Democrats attempted the most brazen and outrageous election.
Yep, there's no evidence that mail-in balloting favors Democrats over Republicans or that fraud occurs at a greater rate. True!
Here's the thing is that he told people not to do it, so that's why they didn't do it.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been over this a million times.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he set this up himself by telling his fucking idiot supporters, don't vote mail-in, don't vote mail-in, it's a scam, it's a fraud.
And here's the thing. Double that down with the fact that a lot of his voters are elderly, and even though a lot of old people, like, they might be skeptical of how bad COVID is, they're still concerned for their lives enough, I think, to have stayed in and not have gone out to vote at all. And these people, what, now they don't have faith in the mail-in ballots, so they didn't go out and they didn't vote. People who usually would have gone out and vote in droves, like, because, you know, older people tend to vote more than anyone else.
Yeah.
A lot of them probably made the choice who otherwise wouldn't have to not go out and vote.
Yeah. And no, like, because I know people that work in medical areas in very red, very deep red states and districts and cities and shit, and it's like, oh yeah, no, a lot of old people who go to like the doctor or whatever, that like they do take it seriously, because it's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna die for this fucking bullshit. I'm not gonna fucking risk my life. Like, a lot of people will posture like, oh, like this is a scam, it's a hoax or whatever, but when it comes to putting their own fucking life at risk,
exactly, people are not willing to actually put their lives on the line most of the time for their political beliefs. Like most of the time, people are not willing to do that. Select few amount of people who are willing to do that.
Yeah, that is true, McHitler. It is scary to think, but he might have won if he didn't discourage mail-in voting. That is true. He might have eked out a victory.
It's possible. It's entirely possible. Yeah, because that's what won. That's what won Biden the election by far.
There's a few factors. I mean, it still could have been close, but yeah, no, that really did not fucking help him at all.
Yeah, that one thing could have been a huge fucking margin of change, though. We'll just never know because he did what he did.
Yep.
Theft, and there's never been anything like this. It's a pure theft in America.
I don't get it. Like, forget about it. Yeah.
That election, our election, was over at 10 o'clock in the evening. We're leading Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, by hundreds of thousands of votes.
Oh, man, dude, what the fuck? He's actually thinking that shit, dude.
He does.
Oh, my God.
Dude, he's not stopped saying this stuff. He's been saying, we're leading in Pennsylvania, we're leading in Georgia. It's like, no, you're not. There's no, like, those states have been fucking called forever. Like, the cope levels, dude, the fucking delusions. It's that. And by the way, look, I'm not sitting over here. I know someone said I was trying to insult Republicans' intelligence. Look, I don't view Republicans as inherently dumb. I just view them as woefully misinformed and ignorant to a lot of the shit that's going on. And
I feel like most people in the political process are like victims of the establishment on both ends.
Oh yeah,
you know I mean? Like we're all victims.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of neoliberal Democrats who don't fucking know shit about the political process. They turn on CNN and they think they're super informed. Then there's a lot of people on the right who turn on Fox News or listen to Ben Shapiro or Tucker Carlson or fucking whoever the fuck else, and they think they're being informed and they're not. And it's really hard to know who's actually fucking telling you the truth. And that's why you got to do your own fucking research. You can't just fucking take someone else's word for it.
That's the big thing that I advocate for above anything else. At least me personally, be an independent thinker and think for yourself.
I tell people all the time, do not come to our show. I tell them, don't come to my channel. Don't come to this show to get your like political opinions or to be like even like all that informed. You're coming here to hear our opinions. Like I'm not teaching you shit. Like, I don't fucking do research. I don't like, I mean, I do sometimes, but like for the most part, I'm not researching shit. I'm not trying to like, you know, make sure that I've got like, that that I've got like I'm not a journalist, right? I'm not a journalist. I'm not here to educate people. So go fucking educate yourselves.
Exactly.
Go learn. Go if there's something that we say here that you think is like off or whatever, go research it yourself. Unfortunately,
here's another. I just want to say this real fast. Like, I source a lot of the things, especially like in the videos I've been doing lately. I source everything. So just like Wikipedia, you can come to us and like, get your opinions and shit like that or whatever. But if you actually want the actual data, like the sources are down below, right at the bottom, just like on Wikipedia. Sources down below. This show's for entertainment. This show's for like, other shit. It's not to be like a big brain intelligence.
A lot of people watch like entertainment channels like I don't know, like Sargon or like fucking Nick Fuentes or those are extreme examples, whatever. Tim Pool, any number of
That's another extreme example.
Yeah, they are. Whatever. People watch those channels which are entertainment and not to be taken seriously whatsoever. It's like, ooh, I'm being educated. It's like, no, you're not. You're listening to propaganda, okay? Just like Trump right now is feeding propaganda with no fucking basis to back anything up.
It's fake news.
Yeah. I love how Trump unironically his whole crusade is against fake news, but he's been like the biggest proponent of fake news like I've ever fucking seen from a fucking
So who actually
president,
came up? Is he actually the one who coined fake news? I don't think he was.
I don't know if I don't think he coined it, but I think he popularized it.
Okay, because so here's what I think happened. I think originally it was used by Democrats against him, and then he tried to own it, right? Like then he tried to make it his own.
Yeah, he tried.
Well, I'm talking about. Try to make it his own. That's the proper.
He tried to flip it.
Yeah,
like, I'm not the one with the fake news. You're the one with the fake news. Like,
and that's what really caught on is Trump saying fake news. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And here we are now. Jesus fucking Christ.
8 in the evening or early in the morning, boom, these explosions of bullshit, and all of a sudden.
God, all of the crowd cheers when he says bullshit, like they've never heard a president use
scandalous.
Yeah. They've never heard a president use a swear before.
Wanna know why he said that though? Because he likes people to think like, oh yeah, he's one of us, one of us. He'll just come out and say it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit too. That's the thing that people really like about him. That's I don't know. I don't know. I like the idea of a president who talks like a regular person on some level, but not when it's fucking Trump.
Yeah. Trump made 2,800 false statements this year, his first year. Damn. Yeah, that's not surprising.
In every single swing state, local officials, state officials, almost all Democrats made illegal and unconstitutional changes to election procedures without the mandated approvals by the state legislatures. That these changes pave the way for fraud on a scale never seen before. And I think we can go a long way outside of our country when I say that.
Oh God.
So yeah, there's the
I'm hoping to put.
God damn it, go away. There's the
What the fuck? Is this a JF Garapi stream?
Looks about as interesting as one.
Yeah.
So that was the atrocious speech he gave this morning. I think that I heard something about a part where he said something about like, and we need to take to the streets. I'll join you. I'll meet you in the streets and we'll march. And then he didn't. I guess that wasn't in here. And yeah, I can't find it. So I whatever. But yeah. So that was the speech at his rally this morning. That shortly after. It incited a ton of riots, and I guess we'll look at some of that footage now. Here, let's see. What's one of the earliest clips I can find? Actually, you know what? Here, let's take a look at this, actually. This is from last night. Because this shit was already going on last night. This was, it says MAGA.
I'm gonna be honest about something. Is this just gonna be something that happens every 6 months? Like we're just gonna do like a live special about? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of protests and riots breaking out, and here's what we're gonna say about it.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ! I guess this is the new normal.
Yeah, it is. You know what though? Like, I'm not sad about the fact that like that there's more public what's the term? More civil unrest, more people that are fed up with the system and willing to like take a stand against it. Like that, I'm happy about that. You know, that's a good thing. But like, we just got to be careful, because just as easy as, actually, I do believe this, easier than a socialist or a left-wing revolution could break out, we could have a fascist revolution, and that's not what we want. So we gotta be strategic about what we get mad about. We gotta get mad and take to the streets on things, because it's clearly effective on some level. I mean, look, the fucking, say what you will, but the fucking Proud Boys and MAGAs and QAnoners storming the fucking Capitol, it had the short-term desired effect of postponing the certification of Biden's win. Now, that's still not going to do anything in the long run, but, you know, it's had an effect. And so,
I just realized something, by the way.
Yeah.
This is actually something that literally just hit me as I'm looking at this image. So at these fucking like protests and shit, people care even less about mask regulations.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we're about to have another huge COVID spike. Yep. Because, by the way, this is not just happening in D.C. This has been happening all over the country. There's been riots in L.A., New York, Washington, like all over the place.
Oh boy. The only reason, well, at least, like, okay, well, this is, you know what's sad? Going out and to actually fucking protest just to like protect their identity is probably the only way you'll get these fuckers to actually wear a mask out in public.
Yeah, they gotta like hide their faces so they don't get caught.
Yeah, so maybe it won't be as bad as I thought, but you know,
that
still.
That's true, McHitler. People are fed up for the wrong reasons. That's why we got to give them the right reasons to be upset. Class consciousness, guys. Praxis. We gotta spread these ideas. We gotta give people the right reasons to get mad. So
spread ideas, not COVID.
Right. We need worker solidarity in this country. We need we need to push for healthcare reform and all kinds of shit. And this is the time. We need to be, right now, it is our job. If you guys are on the left like we are, it is our job to be talking to people, spreading ideas, pointing out the problems in the system, pointing out what's fucked up, why it's fucked up, and how we need to fix it. So that the more these tensions boil over, the more people are on the right side of these arguments, so that we can actually get something done, accomplish something, and make this country a better place. We need new marketing.
I've got a question for you.
We do need more new marketing. That's why I really like. I know not everyone here is a fan of Vosh, but I really do like what he's been saying lately. He's been using the meme of super capitalism. We need super capitalism, capitalism that works for the people. You know, this is America. It's the greatest fucking country in the world. We don't want just regular capitalism. We want capitalism that empowers the workers. We want worker democracy. We want money in the hands of individual workers. And we want the top 1% of this system to pay their fair share, so that the capitalist system can actually function the way it's supposed to. An economy can't work if all the money is being hoarded on one side. It needs to be circulating through the economy.
Wow, now that's actually based.
Hell yeah, we can use these arguments. We can make arguments to appeal to capitalists about no. See, because first of all, I think
but here's the thing. I do agree with that though, because that's actually what you're supposed to fucking do. That's actually how you win people over, is by making appeals to using terminology and phrasing that actually appeals to people who are right wing.
Because look,
or centrists in most cases. That's easier people that you can bring over.
Because look, what I'm for, look, eventually, I want to abolish the commodity form. I want to I want worker democracy. I want workers' rights. I want universal health care. That's I want things to get crazy fucking based here, but we got to take steps. We got to take steps, first of all, to just fix this crumbling fucking system. And right now, we have a capitalist system that doesn't function. It just doesn't. There's way more inequality in under this capitalist system than there ever has been. like
this is not a meritocracy or even close
No.
to it.
yeah.
If
So
it was, then it wouldn't be that bad at all.
So if you
But
want an actual
not.
meritocracy, an actual functioning capitalist system, then we need to fix some of the holes in this system. And honestly, I know a lot of people like are wary of UBI, and I'm not a huge fan of Andrew Yang's version of it, but I do think UBI is a really good fucking idea. And I think
hashtag UBI
putting money in the hands of regular Americans does more for the economy than putting it or leaving it in the hands of rich people. If you let's just say we like put like a new tax on like people who make over $1 million a year or something, and we put that, or maybe not $1 million a year, people who have a net worth of over $1 million or $3 million, whatever. I don't know where the cap should be. I'm not a fucking economist, but let's say we put that cap somewhere and we say, okay, anyone who makes over that, we tax you an extra amount. That tax money goes into a UBI system that now that money goes into the hands of the workers. The money that goes in the hands of the workers will go to support businesses, will go to buy products, keeping this capitalist system functioning. That's how it functions. If people can't buy things, then the system breaks. I'm so sick of this fucking bullshit argument of, oh, you just want to give people free money? They're just gonna waste it. Good. I want them to waste it. You people,
it'll go into the economy.
Yeah, that's what the fucking corporate overlords want too. They want us to waste our money. That's not a bad thing. That's how we keep the system functioning. Whew. Anyway, so yeah, let's take a look at we got to do this, guys. Class consciousness. We got to push this shit. Hell yeah. Okay, let's take a look. This is from last night.
All right.
Things getting pretty heated already last night.
Oh man, alt-right people have terrible hairstyles.
Proud Boys and MAGAs versus the cops.
You see that terrible haircut? It's because he's alt-right. All right.
Look at the cops like going out of their way, trying not to be violent.
Look at that hairstyle. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't like to make fun of people's appearances, but people choose their hairstyle, okay? So I can make fun of someone's stupid hairstyle.
Okay, here, what else do we got? I think here, let's look at some stuff from today. So here is today, the protest out. Here's just a small scene of it. The MAGA protesters outside of the Capitol building, still like fucking pussies. Yep. Still, cops are being kind of like, look, I'll be honest, dude. Like, because I know there is some footage, and we'll look at it soon, of like cops being a little more aggressive. But dude, if this was Antifa, they never would have made it in the building.
Can you imagine them? It's like that Family Guy meme where like they hold up the card to Peter Griffin and it's like determining their skin color. It's like, oh yeah, you're white. Okay, it's all right. You know.
Yep.
I don't know. That's how it is for a lot of people too. Like that's just how it is. Even if they don't think of it on like a conscious level, like a lot of people do judge people based on that way. And a lot of people do that. Like no matter who it is, like with people who are different from them, because that's what tribalism comes down to. Is shit like this, and that's why, yeah, you aren't seeing as much violence here.
Yep. No, and there's definitely like a solidarity of sorts between like the cops and the people protesting, because a lot of cops voted for Trump. I mean,
they're like, I get it. It's not that bad. Yeah, come on. Well, I'll send you home with some milk and cookies. It'll be fine.
Yeah. So here is. Things. I think this is when things start getting kind of violent.
This is past the part where they're like, "All right, sport, it's time for you to go home."
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, it seems like, in the BLM protests, it was the cops that were instigating violence. You can see here, the cops are just trying to, like, push the people away and be like, okay, like, stay back. Like, you're not supposed to be coming this far. And it's the people that are inciting the violence.
How do you feel that there's actually been some solidarity for cops recently among people on the left wing? Like, I've actually seen a lot of that.
Yeah. Well,
seriously, like, genuinely, actually.
No, I have too.
Like,
I've seen people be like, yeah, I feel bad for the cops that have to deal with this shit, yo. And I can see that perspective. I still think ACAB, but
sure, but also they're individual people, so I get where people are coming from. Like, you can have both opinions. I think, I don't think it's hypocritical to think that way.
God damn. So,
This is just a fucked situation.
it really is. Dude, look how fucking angry people are, yo. Dude, these people, like, see this dude right here? This dude that's like getting really mad and yelling like, yeah, fuck you guys. Like, this dude's got nothing going on in his life, dude. But most of these
nothing better to do.
Most of these people
Yeah.
are like, I hate to say this, but most of these people are like pathetic, lonely, like fucking like angry, fucking cynical people that are just mad that like life didn't go their way, so they just want to lash out at something. And they like Trump because he's just as petulant and fucking asshole-ish as they are, and fucking.
And you know what the thing is? This is the thing they've been waiting for their entire lives in some cases. Because think about it. For like, honestly, in their entire lives, this is probably the first time for a lot of them that this has happened. So, yeah. I mean, to actually get out there. It's, hey, I mean, I did say this one particular same thing the last time we did a stream like this. Can you imagine like how it feels to actually be out there and be in this, like as one of these fucking people? It must be like an insane fucking rush of adrenaline.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like I kept saying, I almost wish there were some protests in Albuquerque because I would have gone.
Yeah, there was a few around here, but none of them became violent.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to. I would leave if it started getting violent, but like, especially because like I don't want to deal with no cops. But
I remember we were watching that live coverage the last time there were protests going on. It was like this dude just walking in this like dimly lit city with fires burning around and just people. It was fucking crazy. Do you remember that? It felt like it was like out of a fucking apocalypse game. He was just scrolling down with his fucking phone and shit.
It would have been really surreal to like walk up and down those streets. Definitely.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I would have been able to do it though. Maybe I would have done it for YouTube money, but I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, dude, pay us.
Yeah, I would have gotten like $5 for that shit. At least from YouTube, I'm sure like it would have gotten donations if I was actually in the middle of that shit. But oh boy, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Wait.
Oh shit.
Wait, let's say the moment where it pops off again, because I think see, they're like he pushed a dude into the cop, and then the cops started. Okay. What happened here? He's like pushing this dude towards the cop, and then the dude falls on the cop, and then the cops like
what the fuck?
Start tackling them.
What's going on here?
That was a really weird like moment where it all breaks out. Like that's kind of. Oh, there goes. Wait, what is this? What are they spraying them with?
Dude, I can see some of these recneds being like, oh, 6 months ago we were defending you guys. Come on, let's have our freedom of speech. Let's take back our country. Oh, God, this is insane. How does it get to this point so consistently?
Wait, are the protesters spraying like pepper spray and shit? What the fuck?
I think so, yeah.
Whatever's being sprayed is coming from the protesters, not the cops.
Yeah, someone was spraying something at those big black cops. What the fuck's going on here?
Dude, this is fucking insane. Again, dude, no fucking Antifa protester has ever done shit like this. This is ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, let's see. Where's the next one? Yeah, I love Vosh's comment there too. I still can't stress. Oh wait, was that what Vosh said? Who said that? Yeah, I still cannot stress how dead these people would be right now if they were Antifa/BLM. Yeah, that's true.
That's the point I raised earlier. It's like, yeah, you got a pat on the fucking head, and that's the least. It's like, go on home, son. I mean, clearly that's hyperbole based on what we're seeing here, but it's a lot less drastic. 100%.
I think this is it from another angle. Oh, this is, they break down the barrier and they start like, okay, so this is them like beginning to storm the place.
This is MAGA country now.
They're storming the place. Now the cops are using pepper spray.
This is MAGA country.
So, okay, and I think here is a clip of them actually doing it. I might have these in the wrong order.
I propose that we change the name of America to MAGA.
Oh, this is them inside already. And again, look how like these cops are just kind of standing there, just kind of like, oh, that one.
Antifa
like,
never would have gotten in here.
Oh,
Antifa
yeah.
never would have gotten in here.
No, they wouldn't have. I promise you, Antifa, like they would have gassed the whole crowd. They would have they would have brought the fucking hammer down. Holy fucking shit. Where's there was a clip. There was a clip of wait, what is this one?
Yeah, dude, the cops are taking their time so much. I'm surprised they haven't pulled out some fucking. I'm surprised they haven't pulled out some fucking longbow and then fucking arrow, dude. I'm surprised they haven't just started doing archery at these guys because they're just going so fucking slow.
God damn it! I can't find. There was one of I found of them actually breaking down a window. I think it got taken down. Yeah, I think.
Oh shit!
I think that was the one.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Go back to that one a second. There was something awesome there.
Wait, this?
Look! It's that meme I was talking about. It's the exact meme I was talking about.
This?
You know, in the replies. In the replies. Check out the replies. Yeah. There it is, the fucking Peter Griffin meme. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about.
That's true, yeah. Okay.
Oh god, it's even edited to make it even more appropriate.
Yeah, dude.
Awesome.
That is perfect. I like that. I'm saving that. Oh my god. By the way, so I think that this is actually from speaking of guess who was there streaming?
Donald Trump.
No. Think of the biggest piece of shit YouTuber, IRL streamer that you possibly can.
Ice Poseidon.
I guess second piece is the biggest piece.
Baked Alaska.
Yeah. This is
okay. I like how you're like, okay, second.
I guess, yeah, this is from Baked Alaska's stream, I guess. Hang on, what was it?
ACAF.
Yeah, they're saying ACAF instead of ACAB. They're saying
what's the F mean? What's the F?
All cops are
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, well, what the fuck? Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I like how I'm just like, wow, that's mean. Come on, don't be like that.
I mean, it's basically just the homophobic, the homophobic version of ACAB. Because they're right wingers, right?
Yeah.
They got it.
God.
ACAF.
If I was one of these cops, I'd just be like, oh man.
I love how they're just shouting that at the cops. The cops are just like, okay, whatever. ACAF. Oh my god. Dude, but that goth nerd, you in the chat, I'm not making fun of you, okay? Look, this is a lefty show, okay? We're left-wingers. Like, we're gonna be talking from a left-wing perspective. If you feel insulted by what we're saying, then you don't have to watch. Like, I'm not attacking you personally, but I'm going to attack the right, and I'm going to attack Trump supporters in general. And again, I don't view Trump supporters as necessarily, or right-wingers as necessarily individual bad people. I just think that y'all are misinformed. I don't think that y'all fucking know what's going on. I don't think you're bad people. I just think you've been lied to. And I was lied to once too. I used to be a Christian, okay? I used to be as a part of a fucking a literal fucking cult, okay? I get that, okay? But
yeah, nobody here thinks that someone is inherently a bad person because they're right wing. Like,
yeah. But I'm gonna levy my criticisms. Like that's what I do, okay? I'm on the left. I'm not calling you stupid. I mean, if you're stupid, about half the country is just as stupid. Okay, whatever. Be offended. I don't care.
Last podcast on the left. Last podcast on the left. We're the new last podcast on the left.
We are,
fuck
dude.
Fuck the. I've never even heard the last podcast on the left, but whatever. You know what? Let's just collect a bunch of like dead podcasts. I don't even know if that show's dead, but let's just collect their names and become the new one. We're the new Non Sequitur show. We're the new last podcast on the left.
Let's just.
You know what?
Let's just pick up new like part-time co-hosts. We'll just steal all the members from those shows and turn it into one like giant show that's like
the first podcast on the left.
Yeah, dude.
There we go. Hell yeah. All right.
Fair enough.
Coming to a channel near you. First podcast on the
God damn it. Oh wait, no, here it is. Here it is. I found it. So here is them actually breaking into the Capitol building. They broke the window. I guess looks like they stole one of the cops' riot shields. Is that yeah, that's a riot shield. They got a riot shield off a cop.
How'd they manage to pry that off a fucking police officer?
Because they're not black. Because they're not Antifa. Holy fuck.
Oh god.
That's exactly why. I'm sorry. Because they're from the same side. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the cops was just like, oh, hey, you need something to bust that window? Here you go. Like, I'm sorry. They are absolutely, like, treating these rioters with kid gloves. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is absolutely fucking insane.
It is. Oh my god, this is how democracy dies, guys. Holy
To
fuck.
uproarious applause. Is this Mitch McConnell's house? Nah, it'd be a fucking mansion if it was.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I saw footage earlier. I couldn't find it again, but I saw footage from the inside of people like breaking down the door. Oh, what was this one? There was some, they're outside the chamber now. Security has guns drawn. Holy fuck. Yeah, this was I guess this is a video that was taken from inside. Apparently people were shooting inside or something. It was like, no, dude. There's no excuse for these terrorists getting into that building. No, there isn't. There isn't. By the way, now, okay, so I want to say this because there was some people were critical of the fact that the National Guard was not sent in. But then I think Vosh brought up the fact that the National Guard is unfortunately answers to Trump. So you'd basically potentially be putting in another force of Trump troops in there, which could just exacerbate the situation more.
I'm surprised Trump hasn't called in the Trump troopers yet.
Yeah. But like
what?
Well, because
Did I say something controversial?
Well, no,
Did I call them that?
No, because actually that would be like a actual military action against the country from the president, and that would fuck him. That would be like an act of high treason. Like there's no way Trump could order that. But if they send Trump's troops in, maybe he could be like, hey, I don't know, leave these guys alone. You know, let them whatever.
But do you think they'd actually be loyal? Do you think they're actually truly loyal to him?
I don't know.
Over like the actual country, I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but I don't know. Apparently, there's angles here, but I'm sorry, with what our government has at its disposal. Like, yeah, no, there is no excuse. There's no excuse. There's as if there's no like other forms of non-lethal force they could have used to detain these people and stop them. I mean, these people were the ones getting violent. They could the cops would have been justified to be violent back. And actually, apparently, a woman did die. Someone was shot and killed in this whole thing.
That's unfortunate.
A woman who was on the side of the rioters, but. Hey, I guess she deserved it, right?
No, that's fucking just sad.
No, it is. It is. This she threw her life away, and you know what? Like, it makes me sad to see these fucking like these Trump acolytes willing to die at the altar of fucking Trump. Willing to die for their fucking their petulant cult leader.
He's not worth losing your life over.
But these people are willing to. You really think like these people weren't afraid? They just broke into the fucking Capitol building. And by the way, anyone who gets identified here is probably going to be branded, if not a terrorist, then some kind of like a. You're fucked, okay? Basically, you're fucked. There's going to be an investigation.
Yeah, and here's the thing: Trump's not going to pardon you. Trump will not
going to be able to. He's got like 14 days left. He's done. But yeah. Oh, holy shit! And he might not even have that much left.
Depending on how this goes.
If he gets impeached before then, or 25th Amendment goes into effect.
Well, I don't know. Now they actually can do that if they really want to. I mean, it's kind of a waste of time, but
No, Trump doesn't care about his supporters. That's an important point. Trump would, if he could get away with it, he would be sending his Trump. This is basically what he did. Like, for all Trump knew, they would have been there with guns, ready to shoot down these fucking rioters. Trump wouldn't have cared. He would have sent these people one by one to lay down their lives for his fucking glory, because that's all he fucking cares about.
Would you invest the political capital to do that? An impeachment.
See, here's the thing. As far as impeachment go, I don't even know that an impeachment would take effect quick enough. I was listening to someone earlier who was like, no, 25th Amendment is too good for Trump. He needs to be impeached. But I'm like, well, the 25th Amendment, though, is more likely, like, it can get done quicker. It's taken a lot more seriously, because the reason for the 25th Amendment is for if the president does become a liability or is for whatever reason unable to serve, that the vice president can remove them from office.
That would make Mike Pence the 42nd. I mean, the 46th president.
Sure,
then, right?
and by the way, like, I really don't care. I know some people might be a little wary about that, but look, he's got 2 weeks. What is he gonna do? Like, nothing's gonna happen. It'll mostly be a symbolic thing, so that Trump's out slightly early. And hey, upside is TJ wins his bet against Scotty to Trump.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if that actually happened?
Yeah, dude.
Oh God, that'd be as mighty as when, like, it actually happened in 2016 with their original bet. That'd be as much of a fucking game-changing surprise.
They were talking about it on DP, and Paul was like, so TJ, how will you feel if you win by like the cheapest possible victory possible? And he's like, oh no, dude,
the TJ way to win.
Yeah, it is. It's all the sweeter, yo. All the better.
That's awesome. Yeah, the most underhanded way that you can win is always the best way to win. Yeah, dude. Clearly.
Yeah, this is the shit that happened today. I don't think. Wait, did we watch this clip? What was this clip? Let's go. Hey, let's go. Oh no, yeah, we did. That was when they started.
Yeah, we checked this shit out.
So, yeah, we saw all these clips. So this is what was going on today. Let's take a look at Trump's response to it, because Trump put out a video on his Twitter, which funnily enough, this video was actually his tweet got like blocked, like fully blocked on Twitter. You could not share, like, retweet. You could only quote tweet it, and yet you couldn't even share it. So you couldn't even put the link to Trump's tweet on other websites or send it to someone. Like, you couldn't even like that. That's like a whole new fucking level, yo. So
I just fucking bought someone's name because I'm a stoner. Hello, Requise or Requis. I called you Reaper. I don't know. I'm sorry. What can you tell me about the Reapers? I'm sorry. I'm a fucking Commander Shepard here. All right, what's up? The new person. I like to say hi to the new people because they deserve to be welcomed. You know.
Yes.
All right.
Always welcome the new people. You guys.
Let's see what the Orange Man has to say about this.
Yep. Let's have a little listen. A little listen? No, let's have a big listen. We're gonna listen bigly, guys. We're bigly.
I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election.
You know, he wasn't that sympathetic when I guess it makes sense here. Like, it's not a surprise why, but like, he wasn't as sympathetic when the George Floyd protesters were out there. You know. It was like, I feel for you. I hurt. I get it. I hurt for you. I understand. You know, this is. No.
It was like, you're an abomination, ruining our country. You've destroyed us all.
Oh, these enemies of our country. These leftists. They're trying to destroy our freedom.
And frankly, the terrorists. Yeah. Frankly.
Oh, but when his supporters storm the fucking Capitol building. It's sympathy. I'm sorry, guys, and I'm real sorry. Like, I really do wish, like, I get it. You guys are mad, because I didn't win. And dude, can you just imagine, like, for Trump's ego, what this must mean? The fact that he has, like, because I imagine Trump as like being a very petulant, sore loser for most of his life. But imagine how much he's probably always dreamed of having an army of people behind him being like, yeah, this isn't fair. Trump won. Trump won. Like, because I imagine Trump, like, as a little kid, like playing a game of Monopoly or some shit with his siblings, and then like throwing the biggest tantrum ever and be like, I won. This is rigged. It's not fair. And then like, and then like everyone in the house just kind of looking at him and being like, you're a fucking like loser. Like, what a weirdo. Like, no, I won. It's like, okay, Trump, how about you go to bed now? Okay, it's time for bed. Someone's a little cranky. Time to put you down for bed. And Trump just like lying there in his bed after his mom tucks him in and leaves the room. And he's just
no. Like, I won.
Yeah, but then also he's lying there and he's just thinking to himself, he's like, one of these days I'm gonna have thousands of people backing me up saying I won. They'll all see. They have no idea what. And now he has it, dude. This is the saddest thing, is that Trump actually, like, all the self-aggrandizement that Trump has clearly got out of this whole thing. It's almost like, I mean, it's all pretty fucking egregious, but like,
you know what I see when I look at this?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly see that he just sees a bunch of fucking dollar signs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Dollar signs. These are people that no matter what I do, they'll give me money, they'll support me, they'll do whatever the fuck I want.
They'll suck my dick. They'll suck my little orange Cheeto.
Yeah, he's gonna open up the fucking Krusty Krab and start flipping Krabby Patties. He's gonna hire a fucking SpongeBob. That's what's gonna happen with the good old Donald Trump.
Exactly. Okay, let's listen.
And everyone knows it, especially the other side.
Everyone
you have to
knows
go home
it.
now.
What the fuck?
We have to have peace.
Especially the other side. We especially know that Trump won. Okay.
Have to have
we're all
law
part of this hidden underground cabal, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Every left.
Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to say that.
Yeah. No, I mean, no. It's not. Every left-leaning person is not part of a secret shadow organization that's bent on overthrowing the Republican establishment. No, that is ridiculous. And the very fact that you would suggest that is.
Yeah, look, I've never even heard of George Soros.
You know what? Andy, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to call George Soros. You know what? I'm gonna have to give him a fucking call.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna have to have a little talk with him about you. Okay? You need to learn to keep your mouth shut, Annie. You're gonna fuck this for us. Okay? You're gonna fuck this. We just got the orange fucker out. Okay? You don't want the people to realize that he's actually like right and actually trying to defend this country from our fucking the tyrannical leftist pedophile ring. Like,
oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, gotta fucking get that Pizzagate shit fucking tracked down, you know? Oh god. Can you imagine unironically believing all these things?
No, like, I can't. That's the thing.
Me neither. I can't even imagine it. I really cannot even imagine believing some of these things that people actually think is true.
I mean, I don't know. I can kind of put myself, because I was a Christian. I used to believe a lot of really crazy shit that I don't believe now.
I guess I just never I've never been a Christian, or I've never been religious. I've never been right wing. I've never been a conservative. I've never been in any of that type of like right wing type of mentality.
Honestly, and this is the saddest thing for me, and this is why I try not to attack right-wingers individually, because I really do, and I know y'all might see this as like kind of condescending or whatever, but I do view y'all as the victims. I view honestly I view right-wingers as like abuse victims who have been strong-armed into believing outright lies that are against their own best interests, but they don't know any better. They've been roped in, and it's not to say you're dumb, because anyone can be roped in by propaganda. It's just that you what you've been, and because that's the thing. A lot of people, I don't try to shit on religious people, because religious people, a lot of them can't help it. A lot of them, that's all they were taught. And I'm not saying you're dumb for believing that. I'm just saying you haven't heard the opposing arguments in the right way yet that'll actually appeal to you. And I fully understand that.
Exactly.
Not everyone is fully susceptible to like lefty talking points. They have to be put in the right way that people can understand them and that makes sense, because a lot of people have been conditioned to view language in a certain way, and there's certain words, there's certain terms, there's certain ways of describing things that like the right views things through a completely different lens than the left does. And so as a right winger, you've kind of been conditioned to view the world through a certain lens, so when a lefty comes up and says something, it sounds just as backwards as you guys sound to us. Okay?
That's the big problem in this country, is there's an entirely like there's no civil discourse when it comes to politics at all,
Yeah.
and there hasn't been for a very long time, but it's especially bad right now. And that's why, like, this is the pet peeve I always talk about, right? Like, there is actually a lot of things that people across the political spectrum agree on when it comes to politics in this country.
Yeah, sure.
But that shit is what never gets accomplished. It's not just because people have different methods on how to accomplish those goals, because that is part of it. But also a big part of it is that even then, there still is a lot of things that people could be in agreement with, like infrastructure. A lot more of our tax dollars should be spent on infrastructure and, like, actually getting, because that's consistent fucking jobs. That's a great way to make jobs. It's a great way to improve our everyday lives. Republicans want better infrastructure. Democrats want better infrastructure. So why the fuck don't we have a better infrastructure bill? Why don't we have a massive fucking, like, comprehensive infrastructure bill? Trump said that he was going to do one. Where the fuck is it? That's why I don't give him any fucking sympathy, because he doesn't do a lot of shit that he says that he wants to do.
I said right from the beginning, if Trump actually like rebuilds infrastructure in this country, I will give him credit for it, because that's something that's desperately needed. But he didn't.
Exactly.
He didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't even finish his stupid fucking wall, which, I mean, he shouldn't have. It was a dumb thing, and I'm glad it was opposed. But like, the fact is, like, he couldn't get fucking shit accomplished, and he didn't even try for most of it. He could have.
You know what? Can you imagine if he tried as hard for an infrastructure bill as he tried for his wall? Can you imagine that? First of all, he wouldn't have had to try that hard, because it would have passed. But he wouldn't have had to work that hard at all if he put that much effort in just for something that could help all Americans, rather than something that only a small amount of people actually fucking wanted. Not even everyone in his fucking base was in support of the wall, but I guarantee you almost everyone in his base, if they heard that he was going to put forth an infrastructure bill to get more jobs, they'd be like, fuck yeah, I'd make it happen.
Yeah.
Well, like, am I wrong? And a lot of Democrats would even be like, all right, I don't like Trump, but you know what? That's a good fucking idea. Let's fucking do it.
Why do you think I said back when I was going through my like Bernie cope phase, and I was like, God damn it, Bernie dropped out. I was like, well, maybe if Trump picks up the mantle of Medicare for all and a living wage.
That's the tragedy of the Trump presidency, in my opinion, is that there were so many times, there were so many opportunities where he could have been a good president, or at least a decent one.
Because by the way,
he never took them.
Right. Because by the way, I've been saying for a long time, even if all he did was like, you know what, I'm going to legalize weed. That alone, that has a lot of right-wing support.
Exactly.
And that could have alone like made him look really good to people. But there's just so much shit that he was unwilling to do, because because he's bought and paid for, and really does at the end of the day just look out for himself, like most politicians do, but especially the right-leaning ones. And so yeah, dude, I trust me, I was indoctrinated into right-wing ideology too as a kid. I used to be way more right-wing. Dude, 15 years ago, I was unironically saying shit like, we need to bomb the Middle East. We need to nuke the Middle East. We need to blow them off the planet. We need to wipe them from history. We need to start dragging Muslims out of their homes and fucking torch them in the streets. Yeah, that's the kind of right-wing fucking indoctrination I was pulled into after like 9/11 and shit. But
that's insane.
Yeah, that's the way my dad talked, and I That's what I heard. So that's the way I thought. Yeah, fuck these people. I thought, oh, fucking gays trying to destroy our country. We got to get rid of the gays. We got to get rid of the fucking
I can't imagine being a grown adult and lacking so much human empathy. Like, it's just it's mind-boggling to me.
That is the thing. Like, over the years, like I really can't put the empathy aside anymore. Like, I went through and I went through after once I started my channel, y'all know I was a little more not right leaning but center leaning, and I had some right leaning takes, okay, and a lot of those things, just came from like a place of like frustration and anger and just like fuck everything and
cynicism, basically.
Yeah. I do notice the further people lean right, and this isn't like an absolute thing because there's definitely exceptions to this, but I do tend to notice that the further right someone leans, the more cynical they tend to be. And cynicism isn't a bad thing either. I just think
it's not.
It needs to be balanced out with nuance. You need to have like a good balance of cynicism and optimism. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see the world clearly.
One of my favorite fucking people on YouTube is TJ, and he's a total fucking cynical bastard, but he's not cynical all the time, and that's what matters, is that he knows when to be cynical and when to actually have some optimism. That's an important distinction to make. I don't know how much content you have, but I would like to definitely maybe talk about that Twitch thing and another thing, and maybe wrap it up. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So that Twitch story I sent you is going to be interesting, because I have a story about it, because I experienced what happened in real time, and I didn't know about it until it was long after.
Oh, by the way, I do just want to touch on this before we move off of this topic. I just want to point out, okay, all y'all crystal ball stands who've been giving me shit, okay, y'all remember this? I was promised a coup, guys. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the coup? You guys are overreacting about Trump. He's not a fascist. He's not gonna do it. He's not competent enough, guys. Yeah, fuck people like pretending to be on the left, playing fucking defense for Trump. That shit pisses me off. That's why I don't like Jimmy Dore. Anyway.
Fuck Jimmy Dore. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to think that. Oh boy.
Yeah, dude.
No. I mean, I've said my entire piece on the whole force the vote thing. I did my under the hood on.
Yeah, no, I'm not even talking about force the vote anymore. I don't care. I'm
more... Oh, you just don't like him in general.
Yeah,
okay,
no, I don't. No, I don't. I think he's grifty. I think he plays defense for the right. I think he leads people to be more apathetic and cynical and less willing to engage in electoralism. Same with Crystal Ball. They both do the same thing, and I think it's very detrimental to the left. Anyway.
Keone and K says, sadly, I was surprised by today's events. I'm surprised that you're surprised, if I'm honest, because like none of this was a surprise to me. Like, I at this point, whenever like a big political thing happens and there's an outcome, which is every time that an election happens, I kind of expect that there's going to be something like this. It might simmer down eventually, but it's probably going to be like this during the midterms too. Let's be honest. Like, there'll still be enough political unrest, I'm sure, by then that something like this will happen. Maybe not on as big of a scale, but there still is probably going to be something like that to an extent.
Yo, by the way, we just got a $30 Streamlabs from Tim.
Holy shit!
Hell yeah,
holy
dude.
Shit!
Have some money in these trying times. Thank you. We appreciate it, yo.
Thank you very much, Tim Tam. I appreciate that. Thank you for donating some of your fucking hard-earned money during these trying times to support the show. We've made fucking $45 during this show. Congratulations to the people who have raised up some of that money, because I'm actually going to be purchasing a few cool new assets for Underhaven. So that money will be well spent to make the show a little bit fucking better.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yes. So, do you want to talk about this shit? What's this?
Sure. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, so Twitch. We've made the decision to remove the PogChamp emote following statements from the face of the emote encouraging further violence after what took place in the Capitol today. We want the sentiment and use of Pog to live on. Its meaning is much bigger than the. It's been me. Okay. I see what you mean now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just need to have a laugh about this real fast.
No,
all right. Yeah, all right.
No, that was
all
good
right.
timing. I almost like wasn't able to finish reading that sentence because that was the meaning of the word Pog is so much bigger than the person depicted or the image itself. And has a big place in Twitch culture. Oh my god. However, we can't in good conscience continue to enable use of the image. We will work with the community to design a new emote for the most hype moments on Twitch. Damn. So what is the Pog? I don't even know what the Pog image is.
Okay, so you're
I'm
not
up
Twitch
on
viewer.
No, I'm not up on the Twitch memes. I'm an old lady here on YouTube.
So it's actually an emote in the Underhaven server too, because I use Twitch all the time, and so basically all it is that it's this expression of a dude being like, whoa, holy shit, like he's like, you know, all surprised and shit. It's an emote basically. Like they said, it's used for the most epic fucking moments, like when something really fucking crazy happens or someone like does something really insane in a video game. You put down a fucking Pog, dude, and you're like, holy shit, fucking Pog, dude. What? 1 second. 1 second.
You can't.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, that's the one. That's the fucking one.
Okay.
Yep.
Pog champ. Okay. I'm hip with it. I'm up on the memes, yo. I ain't no boomer.
God. You're an internet boomer, Jamie. You're an internet boomer. Yeah, I'm like, hey, Jamie, you know this meme that came out 2 years ago? No.
The last meme last meme I remember was like yeet when that was being said. Yeet.
Yeah, when that infected your brain for some reason. You started saying it for no reason.
I don't know. My chat like fucking tortured me with that. Like my old audience, they would like constantly say yeet, and like I just picked it up. I couldn't help it. Okay, it's not my fault. Not my fault.
So I feel like this is I don't know. A lot of people are really angry about this. I feel like Twitch is kind of full of overreactions these days. Don't you think?
Maybe. I think it's kind of a non-issue. I mean, whatever. They want to get rid of the image. Like Twitch kind of. I'm not really surprised about this sort of thing from Twitch. They really try to like be they try to distance themselves from political
be unoffensive as possible.
Here's the thing. They try to distance themselves from political controversies they don't like, and it ends up pissing off people and starting political controversies. But though I will say, most of the people that get pissed off over this sort of shit are just really they're just fucking like
people not worth appealing to in most cases. I would say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, who cares if people are pissed? Like, whatever. They don't want to use this dude's image anymore. They don't want to, like, you know, put up this dude's face when he said some fucked up shit. So whatever. I don't care.
I just feel like shit like this always has a Streisand effect, though. Like, people are just gonna do the exact fucking opposite and be like, man, I want my fucking PogChamp back. Because I will be honest, though, the only reason why this is so fucking weird is because it's the most iconic Twitch emote there is, basically. Like, there's nothing more Twitch than PogChamp when it comes to, like, their emotes. The only one that I can think of that maybe competes with it is Kappa. Like, Kappa is probably a little bit more famous than PogChamp.
See, I don't even know that one. The only reason I've heard Pog is because I watch Vosh and him and his chat use like Pog or Poggers or whatever.
I wonder why they're doing that, because okay, so Vosh streams on Twitch, right?
Oh, he used to.
Yes,
Vosh. He's banned.
Oh.
Okay, so here's why Vosh is no longer on Twitch.
What was he like? Was he too spicy?
Yeah. Like, he said he made a joke about he made a joke about bombing Israel or something.
Oh shit, he made a joke? Oh
yeah.
No, dude. What the fuck, dude? He can't do that. It's the fucking internet. What the fuck are you trying to do? Make people laugh or something?
Not on Twitch, apparently.
Not on Twitch is here's why Vosh is no longer on Twitch.
Yeah, he does admit that the joke he made did go kind of too far. I mean, obviously we shouldn't bomb Israel.
Well, well, not everyone makes jokes that they're proud of at all times,
Yeah.
but like he just got taken off that for that one
Yep.
incident.
And Twitch won't even like reconsider him. He's tried. Destiny even tried getting him reinstated. They wouldn't. Twitch refuses.
Destiny.
Fuck Destiny, by the way. I don't like that dude.
Destiny's like Vosh without charisma.
He's Vosh
Anyway.
without charisma or good takes.
Well, that's, I mean, yeah, it kind of goes together hand in hand.
I mean,
usually.
Destiny got unpartnered from Twitch because of an argument that he had with Vosh, where he was defending Rittenhouse, and he like,
oh god,
he said some like super hyperbolic shit where he was like, you know what, I actually do want it to be legal for people to shoot protesters. Absolutely. Fuck these anti-American. Yeah, he came out. I don't know. He.
What? I thought Destiny was like really far left.
No, he's not really far. He's a neolib. He's not.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Like a Hillary voter. He voted for Hillary instead of Bernie in the primary.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Probably.
okay. Yeah. Okay. I got that. I got what you're talking about now.
Damn, why the dislikes? This is such a good podcast. I agree, yo. If y'all are enjoying this, bury us in likes. Fuck the dislikes, yo. I mean, I welcome the dislikes too. I don't give a fuck, y'all. It's video engagement. I don't care.
Yeah, it's video engagement. I feel like that's what a lot of people don't realize is that like when you go and dislike something and even click on it, like it's just a waste. It's a waste of your fucking time to like do all that shit. It really is.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you had that you want to talk about, or do you just want to wrap up on the Twitch thing?
Was that the only thing you had?
That's the only thing I had, unless you had any more stories. You pretty much just wanted to show the clips, right?
Let me see. Oh yeah, I showed. Yeah, I guess we've showed pretty much all the clips. It's well, there's definitely more clips. There's a shit ton more footage out there, but like,
yeah, there's only so much we can do in like one stream, though. I'm sure this will be like an ongoing thing. Like if this continues for a few days, we can do another stream and like come back to this shit.
Oh yeah. And I guess my closing would just be, look, guys, I know it's kind of weird times out there, but let's try to keep that hopium going, guys. The fact is we took the Senate. We took back the Senate. Darth McConnell has been defeated. Okay.
Also, the Dems have no excuse now, so
yeah.
You know, do something.
Now is when Bully Biden starts, guys. Now is when we start pushing the Democrats. We do not let up. Everything see the way Jimmy Dore was acting with the force the vote thing. That's what I want to see from people on the left now when they don't do shit. I want to see people getting mad and fucking like holding these fucking people to accountable, ratio these people on Twitter, fucking harass them online and make them see, no, you're gonna vote how we wanted you to vote, motherfuckers.
Exactly. Don't let the situation just let you become complicit with what's going on. Yeah. Like just because it seems like things are good right now, like it's okay to take a moment to take a breather, but we still got to keep fucking fighting for what we believe in. Regardless of if you're happy with the outcome of this whole election or whatever, you need to still keep fucking fighting and, you know.
Well, that's why
what you fucking stand for.
That's why I've said also, and this is why I've tried to stress this since Biden won, guys. This whole election has been a fucking nightmare. It's been stressful and insane, and a lot of people are just burnt out. And so this is why I've said, look, once Biden wins, yeah, I get it. We should criticize Biden and bully him and push him to the left. But guys, we got to take a breather. We got to take a step back. We got to like accept the victory, the small, minuscule victory of Biden winning and Trump's loss. And let's strategize. Let's prepare. Let's get ready, because once Biden is in power, and the Senate has fully switched control, guys, it is time. It is time to fight. It is time to like. It's time to push for what the American people actually want and what will actually benefit us.
Which is a lot of shit that never happened. So let's actually fucking make it happen. Also, I want to say something real fast. We just got a new fucking We just got a new patron. I don't. So I would say your name if you want to say your name in the chat, so I can give you credit, because I know some people use their real name on Patreon, so I don't want to say your real name like up on the fucking stream if you don't want to do that. But thank you to the person who became a fucking patron. Thank you for the first time viewers. I know that we have a few first time viewers in here who haven't been chilling out before, so thanks for chilling with us.
Dude.
I didn't actually know that we had a decent fucking turnout for this. I know a lot of people are streaming tonight, so I appreciate you guys who came here to stream with us. And me and Jamie have Patreons if you want to support us. There's all types of perks on there. On the Underhaven Patreon, you can get every unlisted stream we've ever done. You can get early access to all my rants and commentaries. Thank you guys for chilling with us tonight. We'll be doing another show on Saturday. We're going to have Brad from the Geek Room, one of my good fucking friends, on here. And it's going to be a good fucking time. Underhaven's back, guys.
Hell yeah.
So stay tuned this Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, maybe a little bit later than that.
It was Tim Tam. Okay, thank you for
Tim
becoming a
Tam.
Patreon.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I decided to ask you first. Then okay. Thank you very much. Everyone have a good fucking night and stay toasty. See ya.
Peace out, y'all. Bye.